Hi everyone, so it took me some time to make my second video, but here I am, doing my best. And for this video I made a birthday card using some of the items by Create a Smile, which is a German stamp company. And they are actually celebrating their first anniversary, and that's why they started a challenge where you have to create a birthday card. And because I really like their flower stamp sets, I thought I would create a card using both of the flower stamps. The first one is Botanical Love, and I think the newest one is Magic Flowers. So what I did, I used some watercolor cardstock and I stamped some of the flowers using Versamark ink and stamped them on the watercolor cardstock. I also created some masks out of post-it tape, so I would be able to layer the flowers on top of each other and therefore create a nice scenery. I embossed all of the flowers using white embossing powder by Wow. After I stamped all my flowers at the bottom of the front panel, I wanted to kind of color them using watercolor. And what I did was I used some of the distress inks, and I used mustard seed, spiced marmalade, abandoned coral, and seedless preserves. And what I did was I pressed my ink pads on a slick surface and then sprayed them with some water with my mini mister. And then I took my front panel and just pressed it in the ink, kind of smushing my front panel around, and then I took a look how it looks and used my heat tool to dry my colors before I pressed it into the watery ink again. And I actually did that a few times. I can't really remember how often, but I just did what I thought would look nice, and I also did that until I was satisfied, and always using my heat tool in between each step. After my front panel was completely dry, I went ahead to stamp my sentiment. I used one of the two new release sentiment sets by Create a Smile, and I used the German one because I really like it. And because I haven't used the stamp set before, I went ahead and stamped the sentiment a few times on scrap paper before I actually went ahead and stamped it on the front panel, because I really wanted to make sure that I get a really nice and crisp impression. After I stamped my sentiment, I cut a slightly bigger black background panel and glued it on top of a just simple and normal card base. And after I adhered that, I went ahead and also adhered the watercolor panel on top of the black panel. So this is finishing up my card, and I hope you liked my tutorial. And I actually went ahead and made a second card using the English sentiment set, because I realized after I made the card that I had to make a birthday card and not just any card. Christina, this card is just for you. I'm so glad to have found your stamp company. Happy birthday!